We've reached chapter 12 in book 2. You remember Louisa and Harthouse agreed to meet at a certain place after Harthouse has admitted his love to Louisa. So Harthouse left first, Louisa followed him, and who was following Louisa? Mrs. Sparsit. But Louisa doesn't go to the place that they agreed on. She was very confused, bewildered. Instead, so she goes to the family house in Qahtan, of course. I told you that Mr. Mr. Gradgrind has become a member of the parliament, and he lives in London. But when she went to her family house, her father is there. Because he came back to Qahtan for a vacation. So she admits everything to her father. She was very emotional and bewildered, not knowing what's happening to her, what should be done. She tells him about Harthouse, about his feelings. She tells him that he knows everything about her and he can read her mind. And she never encountered such a feeling, such a man who was really interested in her before, and you can read her mind. When you are interested in someone, of course, you can guess what they are thinking about and how do they feel. So this makes her realize that she cannot continue living with Bounderby. She cannot any longer sacrifice her life for her brother's sake after she tasted love for the first time. Though she's not sure that if she loves him, if this is love. So she tells her father, she asks him to help her, and she tells him that his education didn't help her and cannot make her understand life and people and even her own emotions. And ultimately she faints. And when her father tries to carry her, to hold her back, she says, "Let me go." And she wants to, let's go. This is symbolic. She wants him to let go of his hold on her. Let go of all his philosophy, of all what he has been teaching her. So page 170, I think we should read 170, yes. There is a line where he's surprised after when she was confused and blaming her father for her education. "I never knew you were unhappy, my child." This is what he told her, and he didn't know. He didn't sense the feelings of his children. They were so suffocated. You remember when he started reading the novel, they were complaining of how they are raised. That when she told him that she's going to tell him what's happening with her, at the page 170, at the bottom of the page, "I am coming to it, father. Chance then threw into my way a new acquaintance, a man." She's going to describe Harthouse and what attracted her to him, that he's quite the opposite of her, because she follows her father's instructions and way of teaching. A man such I had no experience of, used to the world, light, polished, easy, making no pretenses, avowing the lowest estimate of everything that I was half afraid to form in secret, conveying to me almost immediately, though I don't know how or by what degrees, that he understood me and read my thoughts. I could not find that I was worse than I. I could not find that he was worse than I. There seemed to be a near affinity between us. I only wondered it should be worth his while, who cared for nothing